Hi guys, my name is Christopher Vo. I'm the founder of the Vo Ball, and I'm here today with Manny, the AK-47. So today we're gonna try to address some of the common questions that we've been getting a lot, and hopefully by the end of this video today, we hope that we're able to explain to you guys why the Vo Ball is the ultimate home fitness and martial arts system for all ages. Now, even though the system is very simple, but there's a lot of sophistications that's behind it, that's built in, so that way it's easy to use by pretty much everyone, any age, and it's made for home use, so it's very convenient as well. So first, I want to show you guys the features. Now, Manny, can you demonstrate how easy it is for the Vo Ball to adjust the height?
Oh yes, I'm just going straight like this. Ding! All the way down. I could go down and I could also go up with it. Just sliding the rope right back into the ball. Just like so.
Yes, very, very easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to this height right here, so we'll get back to where we're at.
That's it. Now, I want to point out something for you guys here. So the Vo Ball has two settings like this, right? So it has two of these settings. So you can preset it pretty much any height you want. So as a boxer now, a boxer like Manny, who's been boxing for 18 years, now he might just use one setting, but it's actually very well thought out for martial artists also who kick as well. So with this setting here, so here up in the high position, now let's see if I want to practice my kick. Now I can kick, right? Now if I wanted to drop it to the second setting, bam, I just pull that and I can practice my knee, I can practice my side kick, so my lower body. So it's very convenient, but also these two settings here are fully adjustable. So it's very, very convenient and very simple. And another thing of the system is that it has safety measures built in. So meaning, let's say if I hang onto the ball, my leg gets wrapped around the ball is designed to completely pop out, which is very, very...
Ceiling don't come down.
Exactly. Very, very important because, when I designed this, I want to make sure that everyone can use it, including, 4 years old, 5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And so, at that age, sometimes they hang onto the ball.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you want to make sure that you protect your ceiling. So it has that safety measures built in, so it's very, very important. Now watch how easy it is, guys, for me to put this back in, okay? So before I do that, I actually want to show you guys something else as well. So it comes with two sizes of balls, okay? So you have the beginner's ball, okay? And you have the advanced ball. And now watch how easy it is for me to go ahead and put it in. Switch out to the advanced ball. Simply see this. So the really nice thing about this is that the cord goes inside the ball, right? So you don't have any excess cord sticking out.
Excess stuff, that's the stuff that kind of gets you all tangled up and it makes it a lot harder, more difficult.
Exactly. And the symbol is very nice and clean. So this is meant to use in your home, in your room, in your living room. So you don't have any excess cord. Really nothing sticks out. So it's a very nice and clean system.
I actually hang mine from the top of the ceiling. As soon as I'm done, like I do have it at my regular height. And as soon as I'm done with it, I put it up so my wife doesn't complain about it.
Exactly.
Getting away from TV.
So it's out of the way. So it's very, very nice and clean. So now we're gonna go ahead and address some of the common questions, right, Manny? So the biggest questions that I have, I mean, it seems like almost every single post that we've been posting on social media. And I understand that it's a new product, so there's a lot of educations that's going to be involved. But the common questions that we get are, what are the differences between the Vo Ball and the speed bag?
Vo Ball and the speed bag.
Yeah, Vo Ball and the speed bag. Actually, the Vo Ball and the double end bag. I think that's the number one question. And number two is the Vo Ball and the speed bag. And number three is, why is this better than one of those ball on a hat? Now we're gonna so we're gonna explain to you guys, and we're gonna show you guys why we believe that the Vo Ball it's a lot better than those equipment. Now those equipment they do serve a purpose, right? One or two purpose.
They got the benefits.
They got the benefits. But I think we believe that the Volleyball covers all those benefits, and it's a lot more fun and interactive. Now, Manny, being a boxer for how many years now?
Over 18 years.
Over 18 years.
Over 18 years, ranked number 6 in the nation.
Number 6 in the nation.
I put in my time now.
That's amazing. That's amazing. But USA Boxing, right?
Yeah, USA Boxing.
So Manny, he's a very accomplished boxer, and he's been boxing for 18 years. And what do you think of the Volleyball, Manny?
The Volleyball is awesome, man. That's not even just saying it because the Volleyball is actually one tool that it's one of those kind of things that all of us fighters have been looking for. And as simple as it is, it's difficult to try to get ourselves, like I tried to do it with the tennis ball one time. I was telling you that I taped up the tennis ball, and now first off, I didn't have the same bounce. Second off, it was hard on my fist, and then third off, after I was done with it, I told my friend, I was like, now you come try it. Now he's way taller, so now the ball way down here to him, so different levels. We couldn't change the levels, and we couldn't figure out like everything that was going on. So when he came to me with this, when I met you at the mall and I saw this right here, I was like, yes, this is the thing right here.
Yep. So I remember that. So Manny came up to the stand. We had the stand at the mall. And so when Manny came over, being an experienced boxer as he is, you got it right away. I mean,
right away.
Right away. You understood the concept. But I think he was more amazed when I actually showed him all the features of the Volleyball, the adjustability, and even the housing on top of there, guys. I guess what you guys can't see right now, but it's designed to move in accordance to your hit, right? So it's not like a hook. So it's very important because here's all about accuracy, timing, right? So when you hit the ball, let's say to the left or to the right, the ball, you will
move to the side. You're gonna know the difference.
Exactly, it moves to the side. But so that's important that the ball moves in accordance to your punch, to your strike. And also the detachability, you can literally attach that in less than a minute and take it off and put it back in literally 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is. So it has a lot of features built in. So Manny, can you explain to them why? Let's do the first comparison. Let's do why is this different, or what are the benefits of training with the Volleyball compared to, let's say, a double end bag?
Okay, double end bag. Now, like double end bag, they got their benefits and everything. It's good for timing, right? You go pop, pop. You gotta hit it when the bag's coming at you. You gotta know when. Okay, that's the good part about it. But let's go to the bad part about it. So we're talking about something that you can, you want something to make you work instead of you controlling, you know what I'm saying, like the environment. I like this Volleyball because the Volleyball, I don't control the environment. See, in most cases, when it comes to the double end bag, you create the rhythm. You create the rhythm. You create the sequence. You create the back and forth, pop, 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 pop. You create everything. Now the Volleyball, you not only can't fully create it, but you have to adapt to it. You can't just create a thing. You can start off creating a good rhythm, okay, good, but that Volleyball is going to be twisted. Just the smallest little detail, you punch in a different way, that ball's going off to that side, so now you have to readjust. Pop, pop, pop. You have to readjust. The double end bag is stationary. You choose where you go, you choose where you're going to be, you choose where you're going to hit. This thing, you get what you got. You get what's given to you.
Exactly.
Just like in an actual fighting scenario. And ain't nobody going to let you hit them on whatever combination you want. You got to adapt to whatever openings they give you. You got to adapt to whatever defensive flaws they have, etc., etc. But you can't just sit there and be stationary and just pop, pop and do it in the rhythm. Someone's going to find your rhythm and knock you out.
Yeah. So Manny, I think so the double end bag is good for your coordination, right?
Yeah, good coordination. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the biggest difference is that you cannot work your full range, right?
Nope.
There's no range, no range. And as you were saying, the double end bag, you create your environment.
Yeah. So you create your environment. So you designate the rhythm. You just designate the timing. You're on the bag like so, pop, pop, pop. You sequence everything. Everything goes off what you do on a direct basis, and there's nothing really changing up, right? It's the exact same thing over and over again. And so you're not forced to move anywhere.
I see.
You're not forced to move anywhere. And double end bag can't come at you. See, look, that's why I like the Vogue ball. Bottom line is, Vogue ball comes back at you. If you don't move your head, guess what? That's your behind, right? But when you got the double end bag, it's stationary. I mean, I like the double end bag. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's something that's stationary. What we're doing right now is comparing. We're comparing benefits to non-benefits. So we got something that's benefits now. The double end bag, good for the benefit of that. Like I said, good hand-eye coordination, good timing.
But you can do that with a Vogue ball as well.
And more.
And more.
And more.
So in a sense, because the double end bag, you create your environment, like you say, and also it has pretty much one setting.
One setting.
So in a way, I mean, it's like muscle memory in a way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, muscle memory and stuff like that. And you just pop in the bag, pop, 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 pop. Yeah, it's automatic timing. And you already, and the other thing, you know the range.
You know the range, exactly.
That's one of the big things right there. You know the range. And when you're on the double end bag or any other bag, you literally already have the range designated, right? So there's no trying to find the range, do whatever. That's not like inside of boxing, inside of actual fighting or sparring, because you have to find the range. This is your range finder, your jab, bam, bam, stepping in, bam, bam, finding where that person's at, trying to figure out where they're at and stuff. You got to step in. Sometimes when they come too close, bam, you got to jab your way out. So you got to be working different ranges. You got to be working your footwork on a natural basis in an actual fight and when you're actual sparring. So that being said, if I had a scale, double end bag, Vogue ball.
Yeah.
Look, the Vogue ball, look, I don't even need to raise. It's already raised. Look.
Actually, back to what you were saying, man. When you talk about range and footwork and all that, can you demonstrate that on the Vogue ball by what you mean by that, real quick?
And so if I'm too close to the Vogue ball, I'm not gonna get the accurate of a punch. So I want to make sure I'm at the end of my stick right here. Come in, I get perfect hit every time. I gotta move around because that ball is moving around too.
Yep.
Switching it up. See how it's coming from different angles, forcing me to move around and change my angle.
Yep, exactly. So in a way, the Vogue ball forces you to find your range and your position, right? In order to accurately do a strike, because without a proper position or angle, right? You can, if you're too close, let's say if I'm close to an opponent like you,
smother your punch.
I can push you, or I can throw really. But then I'm not touching you, I barely touch you, so it doesn't really, there's no power there, right?
There's no power, not in full range of motion.
So the Vogue ball, it trains you to be in position, angle, getting the right angle. Because if I'm hitting it hard, but I'm tapping it, therefore I'm not in the right position. So it lets you know right away. Or if I get too close, now it becomes a push.
Yep, it becomes a push. So the way we look at it like this, your hands are like airplanes, right? They're like aircrafts. Now, an airplane, it needs a runway to get a proper takeoff. It needs a full runway to get the proper takeoff. Now, if I'm punching somebody and then I hit them like this, I just hit them in the middle of the runway, which means I don't have full momentum. I don't have full force. You never want to hit somebody halfway through. Just like you said, you end up pushing the rest of the way. But when you got your range at the very end of the stick right here, and now that I got my range, I get full rotation. Rotation. I get the full snap, get the full power, everything comes into play.
And now the beauty about it is that the Vogue ball forces you just kind of like in a real fight. Now I'm always moving to the left. You will move to the left. If I move forward, you move backward. Just like the Vogue ball. So it trains you realistically how to be in position more and have more self-awareness of your range. Which is very, very important. Which you cannot do that with a speed bag or double end bag.
Double end bag.
Double end bag.
And speaking of which.
So yeah, guys. So to sum it up, guys, there are a lot of things that you can do with the Vogue ball and compare it to the double end bag. Because one, you get the range, the accuracy, the timing realistically, right? The footwork, you can slip, You can slip.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
You can slip this. You can slip it left and right. You can't slip a double end bag.
Yep.
You can't slip a double end. Yeah, you have to be right next to it and still not slipping. I'm like, hey, you forcing the movement. You ain't gonna be right on your opponent like this.
Yep.
You ain't doing that. That's just
Yep.
common sense and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when you're slipping something, it's something you want to do it off a reaction.
Exactly.
You want it to be off a reaction. So I mean, yeah, you can move out and do this or do that, whatever. But it's forced. It's not a reaction. That's what we're looking for is reaction, muscle memory in a good fashion.
Exactly.
So there's a difference between muscle memory and just something that your muscles just used to doing, and then we got muscle memory, something that your body has been trained to do.
Exactly.
Reaction. Something you got to train your body to react certain different ways, and you got to change the scenario.
Exactly.
Now the scenario can't change if the same thing staying right there.
Exactly. So because of the double end bag, it has just one level, bam,
Yes.
bam, bam, right here. So once you get the rhythm, you can pretty much close your eyes and hit it in the way, right?
Oh yeah.
So here, because if you hit it to the left, guess what? You will see that the ball goes to a different directions. You hit it to the right a little bit, it will change the direction of the ball.
And the smallest little detail makes that biggest result. I mean,
yeah. So you constantly have to adjust and adapt as if you're in training for a real fight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So the volleyball, I mean, it's safe to say that there's no comparison. I mean, the double end bags has its purpose, but when you compare the volleyball to a double end bag, I mean, there's no comparison. There's no comparison, guys.
Hands down.
Yeah. And if you guys are watching us right now, I really want you guys to really think about what Manny just said, right? The range, the movement, the how it forces you how to work offense and defense simultaneously, right?
Movement, all the above.
No limit movement.
No
right?
limit.
Yeah, no limit movement.
No limit.
All right, guys. So I think we pretty much covered that. So Manny, the second questions that I get a lot of is how is the volleyball compared to one of those things where you're wearing your hat?
Oh Lord. One of the things you wear on the hat. Okay. How can I put this? I said this to somebody a long time ago and stuff like that. First off, this thing was on my hat. Now, if this thing jukes me, I hate to put it this way, that makes me an idiot. How you get juked by something that's right in front of you. See, this thing right here, if you have a ball on the hat, now, it got its benefits. Let's give this its props. Let's give this props for its benefits and everything. Because, I mean, you can work hand-eye coordination, which is good. You can't fully extend your punches.
No range.
No range.
No range on your punch because you're pretty much just tapping, right?
Yeah,
you're just tapping like this.
Ain't nobody you're going to fight going to be tapping like that and everything. Now, even starting off right here, sometimes we encourage you to tap it, okay, but there's no room for improvement on the ball hat. Because when you're starting off, we encourage you to tap. Hey, tap it, get your range, okay, learn how to find the timing and everything like that, making sure you got hand-eye coordination. But after a certain time, you got to change it up. Force yourself to move and everything. You can't force yourself to move with the ball on your hat. I mean, think about it. I mean, you can move to this side right here. You can move to that side over there with the ball on your hat. But guess what? It's the same thing. It's a forced movement. You're not forced to move. You're forcing the movement.
You're forcing the movement. So what you say, so meaning the ball on the hat, you move, it moves, right?
Just like that.
and you pretty much just stand there.
Yeah.
With one position, literally one position, right?
Yeah.
And just tap, tap, tap. No range. No range.
Then you can try to play yourself. Okay, I'm gonna get smooth with it.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're gonna call that the new luda ball. Ludicrous ball. It's ludicrous.
Yep. And good point, Manny. And and I've seen that. I see the ball and hat on the internet a lot. It looks cool. But when you really think about it, right? I mean, there's a lot of limitations. I mean, and it's not realistic. It's not realistic at all. And even if you hit it soft here, right? You cannot work your head movement. You cannot turn around and slip the ball.
Not to build muscle memory at all.
Yeah, you cannot. So there's no comparison between the ball and the hat and the volleyball because the volleyball has so many benefits and it encompasses what the ball and the hat does and a lot more.
And a whole lot more. That ball and the hat got Well, way too many of my. It got way too many things that hold it back. I mean, way too much limitations and everything like that. Hands down, Volleyball. I mean, that's just without argument. That's about
Volleyball. Now, the only good thing though, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The only good thing about the ball and hat is that you can go to the park, right? You can go to the park and tap.
Yeah.
But that's about it. But that's not realistic in training.
Yeah, I was like, if you need to, if you feel the need to go to the park, I mean that's cool. But in fighters, we're not gonna be like, okay, let's go to the playground real quick so we can show them.
Tap.
I mean, you want to do that when you're doing the training. It's for yourself, not for people to see and everything like that.
Yeah.
You know, on the other flip side and everything, you just gotta.
Yeah.
We dealing with the benefits.
Yeah.
The benefits far outweigh.
Exactly.
And here's the volleyball. This is where that is on the scale. Here's the ball in the hat, and look how high that is to the ball in the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also keep in mind, guys, the ball again is fully adjustable.
Yeah.
Fully adjustable.
Oh yeah.
So it's made for everyone, and it comes with 2 sizes of balls. So beginners and advanced. So yes.
Yeah, this one, and then we
got the red ball here. So as you can see, that's like around twice as big. So it's made for literally for everyone.
Everyone.
Yep. So okay, Manny. So I think we got that covered, and hopefully we answer that question as far as how is the volleyball compared to the ball and hat.
Yeah.
Okay. So we cover the ball and hat, and also we cover the volleyball and the double end bag.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go on to the next one, Manny. So this is another question that I get a lot, or gets compared to a lot.
Yeah.
Which I don't believe that there is not comparison, but let's break it down. So another question that I get common is, how is the volleyball compared to a speed bag?
Oh look, the speed bag. All right, so speed bag, like I said, just like everything else, right? It serves its purpose. It's there for timing and everything. So it's just like I said, it has its purpose. The double end bag that has its purpose. I mean, let's look at it like cleaners, right? Let's say we got the double end bag. That's the kitchen cleaner. That's good. Okay, does a good job cleaning the kitchen. Okay, then we got the speed bag. That's a good toilet cleaner. Okay, that's good. I mean, it does good for the toilet. But then we got the volleyball. This is the all-purpose cleaner. I mean, I hope that puts it in perspective. You know what I mean? Like, it's the all-purpose cleaner. Now, the speed bag, I like it, but it builds good. Strong deltoids helps keep your arms up, do whatever, and it works on a good timing. Works good with your timing and everything. And no, the volleyball is not like anything like the speed bag. Now, because with the speed bag, I could do it with my eyes closed. Kid you not. It's a 3 count. On 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But when you hear that fast count, it's a fast count. I could do it with my eyes closed. Literally. What you got? I can even do it with my head and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's fun when you get it down. It's really fun. If you got a speed bag, keep it. Okay, that's cool. But we're talking about the benefits.
Yeah.
Of having this,
yes.
The all-purpose cleaner. So I can do all these little elbows to the speed bag, but it's still going to be right there.
It's not realistic.
My opponent is not going to be there when I'm there.
Yes.
If he is, he's a dumb opponent.
Yes. So like man is saying, guys, we're just making comparison as far as benefits goes, right? But if you train at all, you train, it doesn't matter what equipment you are training with, as long as you train, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're not dissing any equipment. We're just making a comparison between different equipment versus the volleyball. So as you can see, what Manny said, the speed bag, it stands there. Very good for your hand-eye coordination, right?
The timing.
The timing, right? But again, you can just stand there and do that.
All day.
Once you program in the rhythm, you can literally stand there and look away and do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Manny, why don't you try to hit the ball looking away with the volleyball? So as you can see, guys. So as you can see, right? So as you can see, just there alone, guys. Just right there alone. And you're not talking about the head movement and the footwork.
No, not even that.
Just there alone, as you can see.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a lot harder to train with the volleyball, and you get a lot more benefits.
Yeah, and it's like this too. Now, any good coach, good coach will say that. If you're a fighter and you're watching this, I hope your coach has said this. If he hasn't said this, get yourself a better coach. But that being said, any good coach will tell you need to train the way that you fight.
Exactly.
Train the way that you fight. Now, if we had the little, the hat balls, like, we don't fight like this. We don't fight like this. We don't fight like this. When I come with y'all, I'm not gonna come with you. You want to fight? Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that and everything like that.
Right.
I mean, like what you call it, double end bag. That brings us a little closer.
Right.
Brings us a little closer because you still gotta have good, good position. But at the same time, after the position sets, there's no forced movement. Okay.
There's no force.
Yeah. So, but with the Volt ball, we train the way we fight because there's no reflexes that have to be fully activated in a defensive mode when it comes to the double end bag.
Right.
There's no slipping the actual thing coming at you. This thing coming at me, slip.
Yeah.
I gotta move off to the side. I gotta move my feet. Slip. Gotta always come around to a different angle.
Yeah.
Moving my head, moving my feet. Everything simultaneously.
Exactly. Now let's go back. Now we might have covered this already, guys, but think of this. Now I want you guys to really think of this. Now this ball here, right? This Volt ball here. You're working offensive and defensive.
Yeah.
Offense and defense at the same time. Now it's very important, right? Now think of that as somebody's hands, right? This is your opponent's hand, right? Now his hand is coming at you. Guess what? You move out of the way or you slip, right? Or this can be your opponent's head, right?
Be able to time to catch.
Exactly. Now, except for it's a lot smaller, right? So, yep, a lot smaller. So it makes it very realistic training, and it's even harder.
Yes.
It is the hardest equipment to train with.
Oh yeah.
And another great thing is that you can never outgrow it, right?
Nah, there's always room for progression. I mean, as far as your creative mind can take you, that's how far you can do it. And with the double end bag, I'm sorry, it's good, but at the same time, when it comes to comparison, that's what we're talking about. Speed bag, good for what it's built to do, but we're talking about comparison, right? So if you let's say if the fight was compared to you having to move, let's say like move a house, right? I mean, like what you got, and you got a Prius,
right?
Now that's good for what it's supposed to do, save on gas. Okay, good, but that's not what you're looking for in full comparison.
Right.
I mean, we got a regular, you know what I'm saying, a Mustang. You know what I'm saying? It's good and everything like that. But for comparison, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna move the thing that you want to move. It ain't strong enough.
Right.
You need something suited for the thing that you need, right?
Right.
So these things are all suited for the thing that you need. But when you need something that's all purpose, that when you out shopping for a car, and you need something all purpose that's all terrain that you could use going up the hills, that you can use to move different things from one location to another, that you can use to drive your kids to the school. You want that all purpose stuff.
Right.
That's what you go with.
I like that.
That's just hands down.
I like that analogy a lot, and I think that makes a lot of sense, Manny, because that's the reason why I created this product. Because looking around on the market today, right, you have all this equipment, and don't get me wrong, every single equipment out there, it has its purpose, right?
Its purpose and
but there are a lot of limitations.
Yes.
There are a lot of limitations that you can do, and when you really think about it, how realistic is the double end bag, even a speed bag?
Yeah,
right?
Good point.
And even Manny, when we train with a sparring partner, right? This is what we do at the gym, day in day out. You hold up the bag, hit this, kick this, kick that. But everything is predetermined.
Yes.
Everything is predetermined, right? I'm pretty much telling you, hey, hit this.
It's a choreographed dance.
Yep, exactly, exactly. So the reason I brought that up, guys, is because with the Volt ball, right? When you hit the ball, 1 centimeter off, you will feel that the ball will go to a different directions. You hit to the right, it will go to the left, right? So it always changes directions.
Forever changing.
Yep. So what it means is that you constantly have to adjust, adapt, finding your position, finding your angle, finding your range, just to hit it back, as if you're training for a real fight.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That makes sense.
Yep. So that's the reason why I created the product. And guys, so when you guys look at this product, right now, as simple as it looks, so it's very, very, very sophisticated. Okay, so the housing is designed so that way the ball moves in accordance to your strike. Okay, so let's say if I do a kick or if I do a punch, the ball will move exactly how you kick it, where you land on the ball, right? So if I'm like 1 centimeter off to the right, the ball will go to the left. If I'm 1 centimeter off to the left, the ball will let you know that you hit it off and it will go to the right. But the beauty about it is that it's realistic because now it forces you to move. It forces you to move every direction, changing your angles, changing your positions. And also, guys, the ball here, again, fully adjustable. Look at that. So I went from the upper body position where I can do a kick, bam, bam, and I can pull it down 1 second. I can work my side kick. I can pretty much do anything. Now let's see if at home a kid hangs on the ball. Now look what happens. The ball is designed to pop out, right? Very important features because this is made for home use, right? Now of course you can put this in the gym, right? If you have good ceiling, but it's very important for home use because you protect your ceiling from breaking, right? You don't want your drywall to fall down.
Your landlord gonna kick your behind. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. So also, guys, now this is a beginner's ball. Now watch how easy I'm able to put it in, right? Now watch this. All I have to do is just stick in. Again, guys, everything goes inside the ball and it snaps in just like that, right?
Quick.
Now let's see if I want to move it up here, right? Now watch. But again, guys, this is fully adjustable at ease. Very easy to move up and down. Now watch this. Bam. And I get here, and that's it.
Right off the bat, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
I remember when I first met you at the mall and everything. That's how we first met. When I first saw that, I was thinking, man, I could create something like that. So it didn't look like much. It really didn't look like much. I was like, ball on a string. Okay, this ain't nothing. I did this with a tennis ball. I couldn't do too much with the tennis ball. I mean, what you got? First off, didn't have the same bounce. Second off, when the tennis ball hits your ceiling, you're gonna have a little bit more damage when it comes down to it. This is made from different material. But the third part of it, I remember when I was using it, bang, 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 doing whatever, and then all of a sudden, I did what I could, even though it was hurting my hands a little bit. I was, told my friend, I was like, now you try. Now he's taller than me, so he got the ball way down here. He got to go like this.
Can't reach
no
it.
adjustment.
There's no adjustment.
He couldn't adjust it, couldn't do this. So when I saw you at the mall, then I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool. And all of a sudden, when you showed me all the different features, I was like, yo, that's the thing right there. Right off the back, I knew this is the one product.
I appreciate that because a lot of thoughts went into the design. And if I couldn't figure it out how to adjust the height, then what I mean by figure out how to adjust the height, meaning adjusting the height and still make it simple and easy to use, nice and clean. Because I can adjust the height by having the cord, excess cord running through the ceiling. Nobody's want to get a system like that, right? But also it has a safety measures built in, where it's very, very important because say if a martial artist gets their leg wrapped around, or a kid hangs on the ball, it's designed to pop out. Now, this whole system here, Manny, you can literally put an 80-pound weight and hang it, and it'll be okay. That's how strong the thing that I use is.
Oh, see, that's what's up.
Yeah, but only when it's 10-pound pressure straight down, the ball is designed to pop out. Now, wrap your head around. There's a lot of thinking that went into that. Even in that, even though how simple the framework is, but a lot of sophistication that went into it. But it had to be done, right? And I knew that if I couldn't perfect all those features, I would never launch this product. I would never take it to the market because those are very important because you want a ball to move according to your hip. The detachability, two seconds, you take that off. Less than like a minute to install that. To put it back 3 seconds as well. Fully adjustable. So there's a lot of features built in, guys. And when you guys buy the Volball, you guys will really appreciate the features.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and let's go back to Manny, how I met. So when I think I met you at Northgate Mall in Seattle, right? So I had a stand over there during, I think back in November of last year. And we sold a lot of the Volballs, especially to kids. The crazy thing is 98% online that we do sales are martial artists and athletes. Right? 95% the mall was kids and seniors. Because you can see a lot of but anyway, let's go back to how I met you. So how I met Manny was I had a stand over there, and three of your students came up, not one time, different times, and they bought the Volball and they were telling me about my coach Manny, and I'm like after the third time I'm like who the hell is this Manny guy? I was like who is this Manny guy? I gotta meet this guy. Apparently he's probably well known around here, But anyway, I literally wrote your name down because I was like, man, after when I closed my kiosk down, Oh, by the way, all your students had great things to say about you. Great things to say about you.
I'm dropping down for push-ups. Go ahead.
Yep, exactly. So I wrote your name down. I was like, after this, when I closed out my kiosk after the holidays, I'm gonna try to find you. Oh, check out another thing is that right. So after all this time, after 3 of your students came in, and there was actually another guy, another fighter, a professional fighter. Then he came in. He says that he had a fight with you. He fought you. Yeah, a professional fighter. I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, I wrote your name down, and I was like, man, I gotta meet this guy. So check this out. So a week and a half later, here comes this guy. I think you had your hood on. And I remember you came to the stand, and you were looking around. I think you picked
Christmas
up
shopping for my son.
Yeah, Christmas shopping. But I remember you came there. I think I caught your eye, and you came there. Then I was like, I didn't know who you were, and I was like, let me show you. And I think Manny, when he first saw the product, because like you say, he used something like a bond string where he designed it, but you can adjust the height, and there's a lot of flaws into it, guys.
Tape it up.
Yep, and the ball does not move accordance to your hip because he was using the hook. And it is impossible to detach and attach. There's a lot of flaws when you use a tennis ball, right?
A whole lot, actually.
A lot. But anyway, so Manny, he understood the concept, right? But I think what impressed you the most is when I show you all the features of it, and you were like, oh wow, yeah. So I think. I was
like, yo, I want more.
Yeah. So I think since then, Manny's been boxing for 18 years. He's ranked number 6 in the nation by USA Boxing. But I think since then, Manny believed in the product so much. I think him and I has been, really good guy. Manny, tell people what you do as well.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, I'm a teacher. I'm a fitness instructor. I'm a personal trainer, but most of all, I'm a pastor as well too.
Yeah.
Bread of Life Missionary Baptist Church over there in Shoreline. If you live around the area, you better come to church.
Yeah. So Manny wears a lot of hats. It's crazy how busy you are.
Except for the hat ball.
Anyway, guys, so I appreciate you guys watching us, and I hope that Manny and I we were able to explain to you guys all the benefits of the Volt Ball. And I really want you guys to really think about it, guys, when it comes to training, right? When it comes to training, because when I designed this, it is the closest thing to a sparring partner, the most realistic thing that you can train, literally. And it's right convenient of your home, right? So you put this right in your living room. This is actually in a regular home, guys. This is no regular. This is a drywall gym. I just happen to put a treadmill here, a couple of elliptical there, and a TV there. But this is your regular home. Exactly. So this is for home use. Of course, you can use it at the gym as well. But I wanted to bring this to every home. And the system is very well thought out. You guys will really appreciate the features of the Volt Ball. And I think that should wrap everything up, Manny. Anything else?
Think about it. Stockton Slap!
Manny is from Stockton, by the way.
Originally from Stockton.